What's up guys, and welcome to the 30th video in this Java programming series. In this video I just want to cover random number generation, something you guys will probably end up using at some point within your programming lives. So let's just get started. So to use random number generation in Java, a good way to do this is to create a new random object. So this is going to be, it's just a Java class, Java framework class. We're going to say random rand equals new random. So we're creating a new random object and we're calling it rand. And you'll see here that we haven't actually implemented the random class. A quick way to import, not implement, to import the random class is to kind of just move your cursor over it, click import, and it will do all the work for you. And that's just something that's pretty nice here. So now I just want to kind of demonstrate what this random object can do. So I'm just going to print out a few things. The random object we just created has a few methods that we can use here. So we can say rand.nextInt, for example, and let's just see what that prints out. So if you run this, you're going to see it's going to give us this huge negative number here. So let's run it again. It's going to give us another negative number, and now it's going to give us a positive number here. So basically what nextInt does is it gets a it goes through all of the integer values that are possible within an int data type, and it gives you a random value of that integer. So we don't really want this. This really is not that helpful for what we want. What we want to do is we want to set a couple random float values within our car class here. So to do that, we're going to do next float instead, and you're going to see it's going to give us this number right here. So it's going to give us a random decimal value between 0 and 1. So if you run this again, you see it just keeps giving you these random decimal values between 0 and 1. And this is something we can actually use pretty well for this purpose here. So we're just going to, I guess, delete this. We're going to actually go into the car class. And when we're initializing our car in this constructor here, we want to have it so that when you put just car with no arguments within the constructor, we want it to initialize with a random oil level and a random gas level between the values of 0 and 50. So we're going to initialize our new random object within our constructor. So we're going to say random rand equals new random. Be sure to import the class here. And got that done, and now we can start messing with this random object. So we're going to say oil level we want equal to rand.nextFloat times 50. So remember this nextFloat method right here will give us a value between 0 and 1, a decimal value. If you multiply this by 50, the max, if you think about it, is going to be 50 because the max value of this is going to be 1, and 1 times 50 is 50, and the minimum is going to be 0 because the minimum value of this is 0, and 0 times 50 is 0. So we're going to do the same thing with this gas level here. We just want to have a random number between 0 and 50. And awesome. So now we're going to kind of check these values and see what's going on here. We're going to go back into the main function. We're going to uncomment this again. And we're going to create a couple new cars with that default constructor without any of the arguments, because that's where we put those random values in. So now I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, and I'm going to run this. And so now you're going to see it's initializing all of these fields as random values between 0 and 50. And this is pretty cool because in this way we can create a lot of different objects with randomized values really quickly. So yeah, that's awesome. One more thing before I actually end this video. For now on, I'm actually going to be using doubles instead of floats, just so we can kind of take out that annoying, like remember how when we wanted to kind of say floats this, that's actually a bad idea. This is a keyword within Java, so I'm going to say float some number equals 10.0. I'm just going to start using doubles from now on, so we don't have to put in this f here. So instead, we can just say double some number equals this decimal. I think this is less confusing. So from here on out in these tutorial videos, I'm just going to be using doubles instead of float values. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.